Three, two, one, and we're live. Cool.
Morning, guys. How are you all doing? Welcome back to the XXL Podcast with myself, Drew Spenlove, and Josh Eastham. Really look forward to today's guest. Josh, who have we got on the podcast today?
So we have got Sirtaj Rahman. God, I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, that's a great start, isn't it? A guy that basically I've known from the gym. I believe owns a supplement store, but he's a really, really cool guy, and he's got a really cool family, and he's doing loads of TikTok stuff, and he's getting traction with it. Really good traction. So, really interesting to see. I don't know, just find out more about him and stuff like that. So, I'll let him in. I believe he's like Aylesbury way. I could be completely wrong here. And then hopefully, here he is. We need to get that connected. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing, Josh? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. So, do we pronounce your name Sirtaj?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Sirtaj. People know me as Saj.
Saj.
But yeah. It's hard to say. Some people can't say Sirtaj, so I say, call me Saj.
Okay. Well, Saj, Drew, Saj.
That's me, man.
Nice to meet you.
How you been? What you been up to?
Yeah, good, mate. Just staying at home. I went into lockdown before everyone. Just had the feeling that it's going to be quite serious. So I've done like 2 weeks extra than everyone else. So it's been good, actually. Enjoying the time with the family, getting the home training done. Just finished fasting now, so just get back into training.
Yeah.
Now.
And how's it been, like, obviously, with the fasting? I was kind of thinking about this before we came on, thinking, obviously, about topics to talk about and everything like that. And, obviously, I've worked with quite a few people who, in the past, like last year, I was working with a guy who was fasting, and we did a track day. And it was like the hottest day of the year. I don't know how he done it and got through it. But have you found that this year it's been slightly easier because you've kind of been in lockdown and your energy output maybe isn't as much? I mean, obviously, I know you've got kids and I've seen you've been out on walks and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's been easy, but the weird thing is your body gets used to it. So it doesn't matter how long the fast is. You can do like 20 hours, but like a human body is so amazing that like in 3 or 4 days, your body gets used to it. So it knows what to do. Like with anything you do, like if you're doing same kind of body part all the time or same kind of, your body gets used to it.
Yeah,
so that's the whole thing of it. Your body gets used to it. But for me personally, the good thing is like a spiritual thing that you go through. And it just kind of gives you that motivation, that that mindset that you have. Like, us bodybuilders have that mindset that you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. For me, that's easy to do. So a lot of people find it hard, but for me, when I stop doing something, I just stop it for good. And if someone gets the rest as well. So like for us, we eat a lot of food when you're training as well. So kind of get that rest. So there's all the good benefits of it. But it was enjoyable, man. It was really, really good. Really, a spiritual experience and that, to be honest. And it was kind of the best fast I've ever done for like in my lifetime, because I was at home. I could do like my prayers and everything else that I needed to do. So, and on that, and this month you do good deeds as well. So you're trying to help the poor. You're just trying to do everything that you can to do in that. So that's what we did. Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
For me, I don't know about you, Drew, but I'm quite naive as to like the whole process and that side of the religion. Like, what is the basis of it? Is it like, why do you guys fast, and what is it to do with? And then obviously the spirituality side. It's really good to hear. We've had some people come on saying that I think when people think of spirituality, they think of religion, but actually spirituality is about yourself and going what you need as a person, and kind of more self look as well as not just religion and stuff like that. Like talk us through all that kind of side of it.
Well, the thing is, personally, I don't know, like every person has a different view. With me, I don't care what religion anyone is. Well, for me, human beings are human beings. We're all one religion, one race. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
So the thing is, that's the way I look at life, and a lot of people don't agree like the way I am, especially if people from our culture and that, you know what I mean, they look at things different way. But I follow the religion. Our religion teaches us that treat everyone the same, and doesn't matter what race, what color they are, treat them the same. But this month it teaches you how poor people go through, like people who don't have food, how hard they find it. I mean, you do it for 30 days, they might do it for the lifetime, and that there's kids going through the hard. So what you do in this month, you do that, and the Quran was released, given to Prophet Muhammad in this month, because it changes around. We follow the Islamic month. It goes about, I think, about a week or 2 weeks back every year. The other thing is like you give charity. So what your earnings are, 2% of that, what you saved, or if you've got properties and stuff, 2% of that goes to charity. So you can give it to any charity. So every year you have to do that. That cleans your money and that, you know what I mean? So This month is religious month and that, and that's what we do. And think about it, if every human being on earth was doing that, there won't be no poor people, to be honest. You know what I mean? So that's the way, like, you balance everything out. But God says in the Quran, and it says in the Bible as well, that, you know, you give on my name and that, I'll give you like twice more and that. And it happens, but you don't notice them things and that, you know. The thing is with me, I would never like this, but like in experiencing my life and that I've done twists and turns and see things, and, you know what I mean, it's kind of changed my views about my religion, the change of views about everything, because back in the day when I was young, I didn't really like follow the religion because you're brought up in it and your family follows it, so you kind of follow what they're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing of it. But like for me now, I'm trying to be a good person. Like our prophet was a really, really good person, trying to follow his footsteps and that, you know what I mean? So that's the way I do, and I'm trying to treat everyone the same way. And, you know, just, we're human beings, we make mistakes and that, and that's what people need to understand. The
I
one
imagine
thing,
it keeps you quite grounded as well.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've got a luxury of pretty much having whatever we want. So when you
That's
take
it.
that back, you know, I'm assuming it keeps you pretty grounded as well.
The thing is, it makes you appreciate everything. Like every day,
Exactly, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, every day when I was breaking my fast, I was trying to plan what to eat and stuff. But some people don't even have dry bread to break fast with, and that, you know what I mean? They're still fast and that, but they don't have that facilities that we've got. And one thing I'll say about living in England, you can't go to bed hungry. No one's hungry here. It doesn't matter how poor you are. No one's really hungry here because the government helps you out. But in other countries, there's kids, they're hungry. Like, you know what I mean? The people go to bed, they're hungry. They have no food and stuff. But we got it so easy. That's why we don't appreciate anything. And this teaches us how to appreciate everything and that, you know what I mean? And trying to help others, then thinking about yourself all the time. And human nature is really selfish, that we do think about ourselves a lot. But taking that time out thinking about others is really, really good. It does really help out, and it makes you feel good. It doesn't matter about the rewards you get afterwards or anything like that, but spiritually inside, it makes you feel good that you're doing something good in that, you know?
So you mentioned you kind of grew up with it and things like that. Like, have you changed your views or kind of the way, I want to say how strict you are to the kind of the teachings or something like that as you've gotten older and kind of found your own style?
Well, the thing is, you grow up in that. Like, if you grow up in a strict Christian family, you'll follow their ways and stuff.
Of course,
but you don't believe in it, but the thing is, you follow them because that's the way you brought up. But the best way to do it is, like, with me, I grew up that way. I didn't really, I believe in my religion, but I didn't really, really believe in it. Then a time come in my life, then I looked into it. I looked into the Quran. I looked into our Prophet ways and stuff. And the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're Muslim or not. If you look at a Prophet nature as a human being, he's like Jesus, like, you know, he's an amazing human being. And that's what we need to follow in that, you know what I mean, as a human being. Like how you treat people, like if someone does something bad to you, give them 79 chances and that, you know what I mean, till after that, then you get upset with him. Like, you know, if you have an argument with someone, trying to sort it out before you go to bed because you don't know, he might die or you die, that type of things and that, you know what I mean? So just kind of real things is just, you know what, to be honest, is being a better person, and that's the whole thing of it. That's the way to look at it. So that's the way I brought up. My family brought me up, telling me to do this. Then when I looked into it myself, I fell in love with it, but I didn't follow the culture way. The culture way is totally different. They mix the culture with the religion, and that's where everything messes up. But if you just follow the religion, that's it. Like you're much more better. But you put the Asian culture into it and the religion, it is not a good mix in that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I did. That's what I teach my kids to follow the religion and it really be good human beings. I don't want nothing from them, just to be good human beings and trying to help people out and that, you know?
Yeah. I was. That's kind of where I was almost looking for the next bit. Was what kind of, obviously, I imagine that you would follow that suit of your kids as, look, you know, you are your own person, but you know, the way that we do things in our family is just be a good person, just do good deeds. Because you know, in circular, if you put it out there into they call karma. If you put it out, you put it good, it comes back to you in kind of circulation. So yeah, I think that's a really nice thing. Really, really nice.
Well, the thing is, my wife and that she's Christian. She's grown up as a Christian, but now she's reverted to Islam and that. So the thing is, I got that side as well. So my wife and my kids are mixed and that. You know what I mean? They're half English, half Afghan, so half Pashtun and that, where I'm from and that. So the thing is, it's good though, because it kind of shows everyone kind of a different view. Our world is totally different to everyone else than being from one side. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it does really changes everything that. And the thing is, a lot of people look up to me, like, you know, the lot of youngsters and that, they're trying to do the same thing I do, but there's people from my background and my culture, they don't like what I do because I speak openly. If they're doing something wrong, I said, no, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that, you know what I mean? So I say it how it is.
Yeah.
You know, how to brainwash people with their own ways and stuff and that. But the simple thing is, our religion teaches us to be a good person, nothing else. You know what I mean? Anything you do in your house, like you pray to God, whatever, but just be a good person. That's it. Nothing else. You know what I mean? And that's how simple it is. Treat people how you want to be treated, and that's it, really.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. It's really good to understand it, because I think, actually, you know what? I think it's a very. We were talking to Adonis. You know Adonis, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah. And we were talking to him about like teaching in schools and things like that, and he was saying about, you know, the curriculum is very structured to kind of fit what they need to get out of a person, or to be able to criteria them, and I think maybe like even the religious studies and stuff like that, it's very, I don't know, it's kind of like historic based, where actually if it was kind of more the modern, this is you know, essentially the teachings is thinking from an outside looking in, rather than these are the kind of what's set out and stuff like that. I think it would be amazing, like literally kind of how you said it, just being a good person, you know, pretty much everyone who has it.
I personally think in that, like, most religious people and that, there's good talkers, they're good people out there, but a lot of us keep ourselves to ourselves. Like we hang around with our own crowd. We don't open ourselves to everyone else, and you should open yourself to everyone, even Christian, any religion. You should open yourself to everyone. Don't focus on the stuff that keeps you apart. Focus on the stuff that keeps you together. You know, there's every religion has some similarity, but every religion teaches us to be a good person. So that's it. If you respect each other the way they are, respect each other's religion. I mean, you can go to the church, I can go to prayer, then after that we can meet up and have dinner and stuff. It doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the end of the way you have to look at it, God all made us as human beings and put all of us the same way. You're following a different path. That's your path. I'm following a different path. Doesn't make us bad people, does it? You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
That's the way to look at it. But, you know, that's like, the thing is with stuff like that, I've done talks. I've been to schools as well, done talks as well about the fasting and stuff, and they're trying to teach kids. But the thing is people need to understand more of an open mind than that. And yeah, it is true that when they're trying to teach stuff in school, they go back. We need to go with time and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To teach people to understand that. That's what we need to do.
God, religious education would have been a lot easier if it just taught you how to be nice to people.
It is true, though. I think people make it difficult and that. You know
I would have smashed that.
Yeah.
A star.
Yeah, it's mad. So talk. I mean, like I've got something that I want to talk about, especially now. You are you're a really good content creator. That's what I want to say.
Famous TikToker.
Yeah, and I've been following, been seeing some of your stuff, and so like you got obviously some really good traction within Instagram, and good following. You know, obviously a good number. I was going to say subscribers, but followers. And then obviously TikTok came around, and then I think you were pretty early to TikTok, really. Like, especially when the trend was coming around. I think you were kind of fairly early in the trend.
Yeah, well,
coming
I try it out, but like with me, I'm one of them people. I'm a creator, so I create things. So I'll have an idea, and then my missus hates me for this because once I get an idea,
she's dragged in.
I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do this. You know what I mean? And she goes, "Oh, another video again." And the thing is, I just have ideas. I always had ideas. Like I look at things in a different way. And the thing is, for me, is making people laugh. It makes me feel better because everyone can be having a bad day in that. You know what I mean? And if I made them laugh, and you know what I mean, it's happened to me. I'll be having a stressful day. I go on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Someone's on a funny video and makes you laugh and gets you like, you know what I mean? It makes you feel better. No? So that's what I do. I just come up with things and I do it. It's nothing special about it, but it comes to my head. I might be driving sometime and I just like think of an idea and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I might listen to music or see something on TV, then I mix it up and that, you know, just make it my own and that. So that's the way I do it. And like, you know, and people love it. They enjoy it. I mean, I've got a character called Mr. Rahman. People love that character as well. They keep on saying to me that, you know, I mean, the guy with the beard and the belly. So that's all. It's just for fun, man. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting to get anything out of it. I'm not expecting anything. You just like, I do it for fun. And the other thing is, the way I look at it is tomorrow anything happened to me, my kids can look back on that and laugh about it. You know what I mean? Till they're old and they can show it to their grandkids and that. You know what I mean? So the thing is, that's the way I look at it. So because I lost my dad at an early age, and the thing is, his memories stayed with us, and that's what it was. So the thing is, every time I think anything I do with my kids is for me to leave in a memory with them. If anything does happen to me, they can remember me that way. And that's the same thing what my dad done to us. I mean, I lost my dad when I was 9 years old. And the thing is, the memories he left with us, I mean, I'll be 37 soon, and we still think about it. We still hear things about him. You know what I mean? People tell us stories about him and that, you know what I mean? So it's them things that you need to leave behind. You know what I mean? That's your legacy that your kids will look up to and that, you know what I mean? And see. So that's what I look at. And my life is around my kids and that, as you know, as you can see in that, you know what I mean? So that's the thing.
Yeah, I think it's, who was it? I think it was like Elon Musk said on Joe Rogan, where he said that essentially social media is going to become like a ghost, like a snapshot of someone's, like a ghost, because you can look back and you can see their whole persona, who they were, the times that they loved and stuff like that, you know, and that memory pretty much is out there, and it will never go away for as long as those platforms stay around.
Yeah, the thing is, the kids or anyone, your friends or your family, I mean, they can relive that moment and that, you know what I mean? If you do anything, it stays there. So that's the reason I do it. And I mean, like, even with bodybuilding, the reason I got with it, started competing and stuff, and that is, I want my kids to look up to me. I've never been good at anything. I mean, as a kid, I spent more time in Pakistan here. I mean, I went to Pakistan when I was 6, and can you believe this? In a few days, I got attacked by a wolf. The wolf coming out. Yeah, the wolf attacked me. I was only 6, yeah? And the thing is, so the wolf attacked me. I had to have 50 injections in my stomach as a kid. So the thing is, we live in the mountains and stuff. So all them experience and that, you know what I mean? And so I come back here when I was 10. They spent 2 years here, then went back there. And I come back when I was 16. Couldn't really speak English then, you know what I mean? So my education was all messed up. I was dyslexic as well. So I was never good at anything. So I thought, you know, the only thing I was good at is bodybuilding. But as a kid, I was a fat kid. I was bullied at school, so for my weight and stuff. So then when I started doing bodybuilding, I found something that I was good at, but I enjoyed it for myself and that, you know what I mean? And when it come to a thing that when I opened my shop, started my business off, I thought I need to do something to kind of put my name out there. So when I competed the first time, I swear to God, I didn't even know that like I'm gonna get something. I don't know if you've seen my documentary, The Beginner.
Yes.
You said that I said in it that, you know, I'm not gonna get nowhere, so I might as well try it out. And I come second, I qualified for the British finals, and I come fourth. So that kind of showed me that I might be good at something. So I just want to do something for my kids to look up to. They look, oh, my dad, you know, done this and that, you know what I mean? So it's kind of,
it shows them that discipline, and that shows that you know, if you've got the goal, drive for it, and you can you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's not only for my kids; it's for other people as well. Like, you know, what I mean, there's loads of kids that they don't know what they want to do. They don't want to put 100% into it. They think is a risk, and that, you know what I mean. And I see so many, like, you see so many kids with good genetics, but they don't try 100% on that. They give up because they think they're not going to get nowhere. You know what I mean? So the thing is, for me, is trying to motivate them and show people that, you know, if you put your time and effort into it, but don't do it for like a reason. Do it for yourself. You know what I mean? Do something for yourself that, you know, if you get somewhere, you get somewhere. If you don't, just keep on trying. You know what I mean? A lot of people try it and they don't get nowhere, then they don't want to do it. You know? So you just have to try. And for me personally, if I get somewhere in bodybuilding, I'm happy. If I don't, I'm happy because I'll do it for myself. If I was competing, I would train the same way. If I was not competing, I would train the same way. So that's the whole thing of it now. You know?
Yeah.
So I love training because it helped me out so much in life and that, you know.
So when obviously, so you said you kind of obviously were back and forth from here and Pakistan. Why was it that you came here? Like, obviously, or what was your parents' choice for coming here?
Well, the thing is, my parents my granddad come here a long time ago. I think it was about close to 60, 70 years ago.
Okay.
Came to Aylesbury, then my dad come when he was young. I think it was about 13, 14, my uncles, and they kind of grew up here, went to school and stuff. Then my dad got married, then we were born here. My older brother born in Pakistan, and 3 of us brothers were born in Aylesbury. So, but my dad wanted us to know our culture, our language, and like our Pashtun language and stuff. So that's why he took us back there. But when we went there for the first 4 years, we come back. Then we went back there second time. My dad, burglars come to my house, my mum and dad's house, and shot my dad. So he was alive for a month. He came here to South Mandeville Hospital and he passed away here. So I was only like 9 and that when that happened. So it was just like a big tragedy that we kind of lived with all of our brothers. Then my mum brought us up from a young age by herself, you know what I mean? So it's all these struggles that you see, and it just makes you the person you are. I mean, people might say, oh, you know, it's sad what's happened, but that was planned for us and we can't change that. I mean, if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't be a father that I am today. I won't be the person I am today, you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, you know, at the time things look bad and you're thinking, oh, why is it happening to me? But when the time goes past and you look back and you're thinking, if that thing didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be the person where I am today. So it kind of helped me. But like, the memories of my dad is always stay with me because he was such an amazing person that everyone will talk about him until now. And it's been over like 25 years and that, you know what I mean? So it's been a long time in that. So it is good to kind of have that, and it's kind of nice to have that the culture side of there, because, you know, Pashtun people are really loyal, they're hard working, and I don't know if you know, I do like 4 or 5 jobs and that, you know what I mean? So hard working, we support our family, we take care of our family, take care of our friends and that, you know. So that's the whole thing of it. That's like my roots, and that. It's good to know your roots as well, you know.
So talk us through those jobs.
Jobs, okay, all right. I drive for my brother. Well, I cut my jobs down, but when it was like open my shop and I was doing like 4 or 5 jobs. So I was driving. I was doing school runs for my brother. Like you do school pickups and drop-offs, like for kids and that. Then I do security. Worked at my shop. door work, and personal training.
Very busy.
So always,
Wow.
yeah, you have to support the family in it. So it has to be done. Yeah. So my
sorry, my missus, that's not even like.
Huh?
That's crazy. That's not even like one day thing. That's just job on top of a job on top of another job. Like that's doing 3 jobs in one day, not just doing 3 jobs in 3 days.
Yeah.
And plus training as well. Plus training as well.
So, I had 2 jobs at the same time, and it was at the time I enjoyed it, but it was ruining me. Like I was because I worked full time, and then I worked in a nightclub. So I was working at the weekends in the day, and then working through the night in a nightclub. It was ruining me.
Kill you. It does kill you, but I'm calm down now because you just kind of spend more time with the kids, you know what I mean? So that's the whole thing of it.
Yeah, I ain't got that excuse. Not yet.
You will do one day.
Well, maybe one day.
So obviously you got the shop and things like that, and obviously these other jobs keeping you bringing home the dollar and stuff like that. What with your shop and things, you obviously shot up pretty early, like you said, with the lockdown and everything like that. What was that like? Was that a scary moment? Did you think I'm not sure if it's going to open again, or like what was your kind of initial thoughts?
Well, like everyone went through the same thing. I mean, the shop was still open because this isn't the shopping centre. I had staff in there. Then it closed down. But like me and my missus and my kids, I did send my kids like a few days, or was it like a week before school and that when it closed down. I kind of stopped working and stuff and that. It was just, I just had an inside feeling and that. But yeah, everyone's scared. Everyone's going through the same thing and what's going to happen. And you know what I mean? You have that fear, but you can't do nothing is like out of your hands, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah. You just have to accept what happens and that, you know what I mean? So, we just have to accept it and that, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
you can't do
you got like obviously the cost of the properties and stuff like that over obviously rent and, you know, is that, or have you got the good kind of landlords that have, obviously I know.
Well, the landlords, I think the landlords has to like not charge you for them. When the shops are closed and stuff and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they give you a break and stuff. So it doesn't affect, but like the cost of supplements and stuff, the stuff you got in the shop, paying the staff, you know what I mean? All them things and that you have to kind of put into it, but it's part of the package, innit? You know, the package that you have to deal with, innit? You know, so. I mean, it's out of our hands and that, like, you know, what can we do? Like, same with training and that, you know, you just train so hard and then this happens, then, you know what I mean? You just can't do nothing. Just have to accept what's going on and that, you know?
So, with obviously the government saying about potentially the 15th of, or is it the 1st? There's so many different dates. 15th of kind of non-essentials.
Yeah, so 15th of June and we're going to open the shop.
Yeah.
And 1st of June I'm starting work and that because I'm going to have to do the school runs and stuff and that. So.
Yep. Yeah. And with that, it's quite an interesting point. We've kind of been asking, I guess, parents who have got kids, what their kind of feeling is about their kids going back. You know, there's a big kind of mixed variety of feelings going around.
Well, my personal thing is I'm not sending my kids for the first few weeks till it's clear. I think the kids I'm picking up, I mean, they go to special schools and that, you know.
Okay.
So the thing is maybe they need to go because, you know, it's hard, you know, like for them to stay at home and stuff and that. So so that's the way it is. But like personally, I'm not gonna send my kids for the first few weeks for the school and that. Then after that, the numbers are going down, so who knows? You know, it looks quite good, and it's a good thing if people are still going out and doing things, and the numbers are still going down. Maybe it shows that we're immune to it now. So
stepping in the right way.
Yeah, so see what happens in that. But first few weeks, I think I'm going to keep him in. But the thing is, after like 4 or 5 weeks, you've got summer holidays, so. I don't know. We'll just have to make the decision. But I have to do what's best for my kids, and I don't want them to like go out there and then the numbers go back up, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
for them or
mismatched.
Or their grandparents and are catching something because we were just trying to get rid of our kids. But I'm happy with the kids being at home, to be honest, and they enjoy being at home anyway. So
yeah, have you kind of hit that homeschooling? Oh, sorry, go on, Drew.
I was just going to say, for the sake of a month, I reckon it's probably not even worth sending them back.
Yeah.
I just think, why take the risk, especially when isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong here, but I swear there's a certain country that has sent their school kids back, and it's gone up again. I could be wrong.
There is that. I believe it's Germany. I might be wrong. So
it's just, you can gauge how you can keep everything clean and things like that when you're at home, but as soon as there's 10, 20, 30 kids back in a classroom, how are you keeping that all hygienic? It's hard. It's not the forefront of their mind.
It's going to be hard for the teachers as well, and hard for the parents. But like, I personally think they're using the kids as guinea pigs and that. So trying to find out if they went, you know what I mean? Because they think they're safe. Yeah, they think they're like they're not going to get the virus worse. But if they're not going to get the virus, but they still can carry the virus, and they come home, you know what I mean, and they can pass it on, because that's it's just a bit silly though, to be honest. If they want to end everything, they should just stop it for good till after summer holiday. Then you know what I mean.
I don't think it's fair on the teachers either. Like one of our previous guests, who's a teacher, she absolutely nailed it, really, saying that how is it fair that I have to go in and look after 10 children that aren't mine, but yet I can't go and see my own granddaughter? So
that's true.
So
the thing is,
she nailed it, really.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, it's about them as well, isn't it? Like, they can go to school and teach kids, and they can take something back home, or they can get ill and they can, get the illness and pass on it. So it's just playing it safe for every person,
Yeah. How have the kids felt? Have you kind of like shielded them from it, or are they fully aware, kind of like they know, wash your hands and all those kind of little bits that you probably obviously as parents, put on them, but is it kind of frightened them at all, or have you just kind of buried them away?
The thing is, like, I've told them what it is, but my boy is young, he's 4, he doesn't really understand it, but sure. He does say something, is the lockdown over now, can we go to the shops and that, you know what I mean? So, but my daughter understands it, and she prays all the time that she says that, like, hopefully the lockdown is over and the virus has gone safe, so she does understand it, and
that's what everyone's praying for right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean in that, you know what I mean? And I think kids' praise are special, isn't it? So she does do it for herself, yeah. So she does understand it, but you know what? To be honest, I'm so happy at home. She doesn't want to go to school.
yeah, that's it. It's extra long summer holidays.
No, she loves it. She's got everything here, you know what I mean? So that's the way you want. And that's one thing I want my kids to do. I want them to enjoy home. Not like, I can't wait to go to school. That'd be a horrible feeling for me, that like they're saying, I want to go to school. I don't want to stay at home. I want to go to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a nice thing for parents.
Isn't that a good thing? God, that's the small minority of kids right there.
So for me, it's like,
I guarantee you'll change your mind sooner or later. You'll be like, you know what? I can't wait for them to go back to school.
You know what? Everyone said that, but trust me, the way I am with my kids and that is just, I am a little kid with them. You know what I mean?
So, 100%, man.
Yeah.
The way to be, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's living your childhood through them again. And your childhood's the best time of your life, man. 100%.
That is true. When you have kids, you relive your childhood. That's the whole. Man. And you do it right this time, not like make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
So you do it right this time. And I can like play with Transformers and that, or watch Transformers, or watch cartoons and that with them. But I can watch them because I'm watching them with my kids and that.
Yeah.
If I'm watching them, my missus go, "What are you watching cartoons for?" You know what I mean?
What are you watching cartoons for? You sad person.
So much better now. Oh, God, the meaning behind this. Oh.
It's music to some people's ears.
Yeah, seriously, like, you can get away with a lot when you have kids, mate. Seriously.
Yeah, no, it's great. Really good.
How are you doing time, Josh?
We got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, so you can take over, Drew.
Can I?
Yeah, if you want to.
Well, I didn't know where we were going. Are we jumping in another call?
I don't really mind. What's your time like?
Mine?
Saj? Yeah, what's your time like, Saj?
I'm free, mate. I'm free.
Yeah?
Got nothing to do. Lockdown.
In lockdown.
Yeah,
like I said, we're all here in 24 hours. Let's go. For charity.
Is there anything you want to talk about, Saj?
Nah, mate. I don't know when people are going to start competing. I want to know what's Josh planned for competing.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Let's jump into another call and then we'll go from there.
Yes, back loud and clear. Yeah, so you were asking about competitive, right? About the season. Yep. So myself, well, as you know, I was due to try and compete in the Two Bros Pro in, when was it? May the 10th, when it was meant to be the big open, which I was super excited about because I'd love to have seen Luke Sandell step on stage, but unfortunately he's passed away now.
Sad, and really sad news that was. Really.
Yeah, you know what? It affected me big time. Really big.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
Everyone.
Yeah, I really didn't realize how much it hit me.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone, like, with me, I did really look up to him as well because, like, since last year, the way he come out and the way he was just an awesome person. And when I met him, my body power, he was just wicked guy, man, down to earth. I used to see him in Ellsbury a few times because his kids are from here.
Yeah.
So they're from here. I used to see him around and I always said hello. Like, he was just a down-to-earth guy. But, you don't know people's inside demons and that. That's what people need to understand. I mean, people can have money, people can have nice houses, a beautiful family, everything else. But, we everyone suffers from this, mental illness and that. And that's why I say when you're treating people, is treat them with kindness and that. Even if they're being a bit funny, a bit thing like that, you don't know what they're going through. You know what I mean? So by you being kind to them and that, it might make them feel a bit better. So that's the way it looks. Yeah,
so it's super sad, super sad because he 100% was going to be the Mr. Olympia. One year he was on the track for it. Phenomenal physique. So it was going to be that, and then basically going into June 14th, going out to Spain to do the Amateur Olympia and hopefully chase down the pro card. Yeah, I had a real good feeling for this year. Really good. Just felt everything was going right. I felt like I was looking pretty good and kind of.
This was your first year you had a trainer as well, wasn't it?
First year I've ever had a coach. That's it. Yeah. So and
that made a difference.
Oh yeah. Yeah, massively. So, the biggest difference, I mean, look, there's loads of scientific reasons for, Jordan, my coach, helping me out and fantastic results and, the small changes, but would be just kind of replicated in actually my physique. You'd see what was happening so much clearer, but also the stress-free living. Before I was basically like predicting what was happening. I need to then make the change and I'll be working the science out. Where now I'm just you tell me, I do it, and it was like a robotic kind of process. So that was it. And to be honest, I felt everything was on track. I thought we were going really, really well. And then obviously this happened, and it kind of really hit me pretty hard in terms of like, Jesus, okay. And I was super naive to the lockdown. Oh, I was like 3 weeks lockdown. Like it'll be right.
It'll be done.
Yeah, it'll be good. We'll have this kind of like, you'll see it kind of drop quite a lot. Maybe 6 weeks, fine, not a problem. And then I was like, okay, this is long term. Like we're not going back for a long time. And then it was kind of like, the home training's been good. It's now started to get super taxing in terms of motivation. Like I'll do it, but I'm going through the motions. I'm not thriving and like hungry for the workouts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, what can you do? But I've seen that they've released dates for later this year about trying to run the competitions. Do I think they're going to go ahead that well? I mean, look, they've obviously got plans and things like that. I don't see how they're going to really run fluent, and everyone, you're going to be wearing masks on stage. I don't know. I can't.
Isn't the body comp something that you could do without a live audience? Because I'm assuming that's sort of what they're going to be struggling with in terms of the amount of people.
So they have this idea that basically they're going to do the capacity. So they'll do segregated seating, everyone's spaced out, social distance, and then whoever's on stage is their amount of people is allowed to go and watch. But there's like a first come, first serve. But the problem is these kind of competitions earn a fortune from actually people coming to spectate.
Come and see them, yeah.
And whether it's, are they going to hold it with no audience? They could, but I can't see the guys wanting to do that.
Yeah. Is there what are the prizes? Is it like obviously you get like trophies and stuff like that? But
yeah. Nothing. Other than your pro card.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
I think if we do something, maybe plan end of the year. Maybe November, December. I think by then they would have come out with something to get rid of the virus and everything back to normal. But for me, I was going to compete this year, end of this year, November.
That's in Romania, right?
Yeah, that was. I was going to do that because I want to go into classic. You're doing classic yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about going into classic because I was doing under 80s, but I felt like I was trying to lose a lot of weight. So I was just see how it would go, but I think I'm gonna wait till next year now. So
yeah, I think that's the same with me. Like me and Jordan spoke, and it was like, look, what do you think I should do? And he said, I just can't see. Look, you can do it. It's what you have access to. If you have access to a gym, you carry on training and you just keep pushing it. And then you 8 weeks out from a comp and bang, you just drop it when you want to go in. But with everyone's kind of, I've got enough equipment, but really, you're getting by the workouts, getting creative, which is brilliant, but really stimulate. You're maintaining. That's what I think that's probably what's going on.
That's what
right
you
now.
do.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so I think until next year, like if this kind of it's very dependent on what's happening. So if you think 18 weeks, 16 to 18 weeks, it takes you to get ready. So you're looking at 4 months. So as soon as this kind of gets back to normal or whatever that's going to be,
whatever the normal will be.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of predict 4 months from now what show's about, and knowing that you might be doing it again, and it could close off again. So
the worry, man, and
it's a lot of money.
They just need to get a vaccine. They just need to sort that out.
Yeah, I've heard that Oxford have got a pretty hopeful something that's basically worked on mice. They're now going to monkeys to then trial it on that and see basically if it's being able to replicate that same kind of immunization there before human trials. But I mean, they predicted that potentially as early as September they could have something that then they mass produce. So
they're saying around about September.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. Yeah. So, but the thing is, there's no point rushing into a competition that you want to step on stage. You want to step on stage that you want to look perfect. You want to look right. You know what I mean? I'd rather spend more time getting ready than just stepping on stage, and that's what yeah. A lot of people just want to step on stage. I don't want to step on stage. I want to look right. I don't want to have no weak areas. So so that's what I want to do, because my weak areas are hamstrings and glutes, and I need to bring in more in that. You know what I mean? So, but for you look awesome, mate. You know what I mean? You look.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that was had to be done that.
That was a good one.
But yeah, I mean, the thing that I think is with the training and doing any comps, you've got the way that I would look at it. If anyone was looking at competing, this is what I'd say is you need to get back in the gym for at least 6 months. Get your body back to a stage where it's thriving, and then look at competing, and then look at cutting down. Because if you suddenly are like, right, there's a comp coming up, okay, right, gyms are open, brilliant. You suddenly got 8 weeks to get ready. you haven't filled out anymore. You've not like you're just getting smaller and smaller. You know you're taxing the body where you want to fill back up. You want to get really full muscle bellies. Get your hormones all back to good regulations, and then be like, right, now I'm okay. I feel good. I'm in a holding pattern. Off I go, and in you go. But I can see so many people just dropping it and just going straight in because they want to step on.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think we're going to see some horrible shows and that, but
I think it'll be tactical as well. I think people will be like, right, what's the general consensus? People will be a bit like, no, I'll wait till next year. Brilliant. Right, I'll go on now because there'll be less people competing. It'll be less people. I've got a better chance for my pro card.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not that person. I'd rather compete with
the best.
100%. Yeah, compete with the best. Then just getting the pro card and that. So
yeah.
Have you maintained your food?
Huh? Sorry.
Have you guys maintained your food?
Yeah, I have. I haven't got a coach, but I just kind of changed my diet now. I'm going out for morning walks. I'm not like Josh and that, so he's got a fast metabolism. If I have a bad meal, man, I put weight on so easy and that, you know what I mean? So I just keep cardio in and that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like Jordan said, right, drop your steps, get them down low. And then my food's just going up and up to the point where I'm actually starting to be like, oh, just the thought of food starts, you kind of finish one food and you start eating slower. That's a bad situation. You have to get food in quick because then right, I've got to start cooking again in like an hour and a bit. So, yeah, my food's up super high at the moment. But
I know, I've done
maintain
that before. It was hard, man. It was really, really hard. I had to blend my chicken and drink it and just have the rice by itself and that. So
yeah,
no, thank you. Well, the things you guys go through.
I was about to say the things we do is weird, isn't it? Weird sport, real weird sport.
What's it like competing? Do you fast when you're competing?
No, I don't fast when I compete, but the thing is, I've never done fasting close to competing time. No.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of tactically moved it.
Yeah.
The thing is, fasting is weird, you don't eat that much food, but you put so much weight on around your stomach. It's weird. It's such a weird feeling. Like when I finished fasting, my stomach was bloated and stuff. Now it's just getting back into normal, but your body holds on to water. It's just weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird how essentially, the body, because of timings, I'd assume, of timings of food and things like that, is just out of whack, that your body's like almost in a fight or flight. Like, I need to hold this because I don't know when the next...
You don't lose weight. I know people say, you lose weight. You don't lose weight. You kind of deflate your muscles and stuff and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't lose weight. Your weight stays the same. You might lose in the first few days or weeks, but first week, but after that, it just stays the same. It's just your body knows what to do with that, so it's just a weird thing. Like with food plans and stuff, you change it every week.
Yeah,
that's why like it kind of is a surprise to your body now. You know what I mean? So, but with this, it just stays the same.
It's interesting.
But that's why I've been enjoying my food and that, so it's kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I'll wrap it up. One thing we do with all of our guests, Sarge, before we leave, is what's your top tip for getting through lockdown? Obviously, you've got your kids around you, so it might be a little bit different to what we've had previously. So I'd be interested to know how you've been through.
Going through lockdown, plan your day up. I think everyone needs to plan their day up. You can't be just waking up at a certain time, and be active as well, because you don't want to, when the lockdown is over, you don't want to be one of them people that, will take them a few weeks to get back into the normal life. So trying to wake up early, trying to do things. With me, I go personally for a walk in the morning, plan my days up with the kids, play games. I play games and that keeps you busy. Watch something on Netflix that you love watching, but do more things outdoors than that, because I think a lot of people are staying indoors and that the weather's nice, trying to get the best out of it, and eat healthy as well at this time, because if you're not going outside so much, and you're not doing exercising so much and that. So trying to keep check of your health. That's it, really. I mean, with me personally, who has kids, tips for them, trying to do like little adventures with them, trying to do things that, like, you know, keeps them interested in that, because nowadays kids are just on their iPhones and TV and stuff, and that, you know, doing things outdoors with them and that is kind of nice to do. And like me and my daughter go out for a cat walk in the evening, so we're trying to find how many cats, because she loves cats and that. So every evening we go for a cat walk, and she sees one of these cats and that. But every day we do that, so it's just like some things to do in that, you know what I mean? So it's kind of nice. Yeah,
that's awesome. Really awesome.
Nice. Well, there we go.
Yeah, Saj, thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Cheers.
It's always good to catch up with you.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
bro.
really good to connect. And yeah, I think a huge takeaway is for everyone, just be nice. Be nice to each other.
Yes.
Be nice.
Oh,
Be
God.
nice to
Yeah,
human
quote
beings.
of the day.
Yeah.
Be nice to people.
Love that.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
All right
Take
then,
care,
buddy.
mate.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Take it easy, mate. There you go.
There we go.
Saj, super nice guy, man. Family guy.
Episode
It's 18.
18. Nice.
Almost at 20. Almost at 20.
There we
Like,
go.
subscribe. Love the channel. Turn those
Turn
notifications on.
There we
All
go.
right.
Peace.